Liza, tell our family right here on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, because those are my main three. All right. What is the hardest part of living with Jacob Schofield? All right.
The hardest part about living with Jacob Schofield. He doesn't pick up after himself.
Whatever. I do too. That me not picking up after myself. Go.
Sarcasm. Everything is sarcastic. Everything. Even when I'm sad, it's sarcastic.
Emotionally not all there, is that what you're saying?
Kinda.
So Liza's over here doing homework right now. I'm putting her on the spot because I feel like you guys are very important, and I feel like she needs to tell you just how important you guys are. So, Eliza Lindsay, what would you tell our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, our calling friends, everybody that I got phone numbers from and I've tried to call back, what would you tell them?
Thank you for your support. That's like literally, we wouldn't be here where we are without you guys. So thank you for everything. Thanks for letting us share our story with you and letting Jacob go on his crazy rants and letting him teach you guys everything that he wants to share. So thank you.
But all my rants make sense. To me, they make sense. I think they're important. They're lessons that I have learned in doing this that to me is huge. So I got asked, Travis off of Instagram, he says, Jake, he says, what legacy do you want to leave behind? And it kind of was like, kind of took me back, because I'm always talking legacy. I feel legacy is huge because when you're dead, you're dead. So he talked legacy. He wanted to know what my legacy was, and I actually had to sit there for a second and think about it, because I've always wanted to leave a legacy. Like everybody that hears Schofield, the first thing they think of is Schofield revolvers, which is awesome. And if I could ever get a hold of a Schofield revolver, I totally would. But I want it to one day be, when somebody hears Schofield, they think Schofield Welding, Jake Schofield, Eliza Schofield, Jed Schofield, the Schofield Enterprise, my brother. But when you die and you are having a funeral, I want the room to be filled with people that I influenced, people I helped, people that I was able to, through social media or through a phone call or through shaking your hand, got you off your butt and made you successful. Made you go chase what you wanted to chase. And to me, a funeral with 500,000 people there that I was able to help better their lives and better their families' lives and better our own lives, to me, that's a legacy. That is huge. I want, kind of the thing that crosses my mind when I think of legacy is, I want your great-great-grandkids to know who I am. I'm gonna be long gone by the time they even hear my name, but when they hear Jake Schofield, they're gonna say, hey, Jake Schofield was the one that helped great-great-grandpa, and that's why we are successful. He's the one that called grandpa, or called, you know, whoever, and they probably won't even know what a phone call is by the time we get to that point. They're gonna be like, yeah, so this cell phone device that they used to use, super primitive, but that's how great-great-grandpa was able to get successful, you know. He talked to Schofield Welding. So anyways, that's kind of my thoughts on a legacy, is I want my kids and my great-great-grandkids to be like, I mean, great-great-grandpa Schofield and grandma Schofield. They pushed people to better themselves. So to me, that's huge. That's the whole reason I started YouTube, the whole reason I started Instagram, the whole reason I started Facebook. I was very much against social media. I was like a hermit. I've always liked the thought of being a mountain man, and this is like the complete opposite. Okay, like my thought of a good time is out in the mountains hunting an elk, or on a pack string, or hanging out with my wife and my dogs, and you know, that's fun to me. But I have grown to love this. This is so amazing. I love hearing all the stories. I love when people get on here and they're like, hey, because of you, I did this. I left. I moved to a new area. I've got a couple guys from, I believe, Ireland and Italy that wrote me and they said, listen, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I cannot find work here, but I know if I get to America, there will be work. I want you to know you're the reason I'm doing this. And to me, that's just like, I mean, it's quite the feeling. I can tell you that much. But anyways, legacy to me is that. How many people can I help? How many generations of people can I affect? And how many people are going to be at my funeral the day I die? So anyways, you guys, think about your legacy. Think about what you can do to help improve people's lives. What you're going to do to where people, you have 1 million people show up to a funeral for you. They block all the streets. Nobody can get through because they're following you to where they're going to bury you for the rest of forever. And I think it'll change a lot of the ways you do things, because it's going to, you're affecting generations. You're not affecting just yourself. So anyways, you guys, be blessed, and we'll talk to y'all later. See ya.